Music Buzz Live Radio here on World Viral TV. We are back in studio with our main segment of the night. We got the Music Munch crew in the house. How's everybody doing? Let's get a big hoopla. Hooray, we're here.
Hooray!
The night is finally upon us. The Music Munch Showcase here at Herman's Hideaway, Broadway in Iowa. Get on down $5 later. But right now, let's do some talking. Let's hear, first of all, and Michael, you can, or Kevin, you can put in a little bit on this too, on how these artists came to be with you. How'd you guys find each other, and what was the mutual attraction? How did it start?
Well, first I start by looking through the phone book and then stalking them one by one. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't send down advice or anything. No, actually, just one of those things where I hear somebody perform and it just strikes, no pun intended, a chord with me. And then we just start dialogue and just, meet for coffee or whatever and just have a talk and see what kind of fit is, where they want to go with their career, if I think I can add value. If I don't think I can add value, then I don't get involved. But, there's just certain artists that I really, really just enjoy both their personality and who they are and their music.
Okay. And of the groups performing tonight, who has been with you the longest?
Well, as it turns out, probably...
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not that long.
No.
All right.
No.
When would we had that first coffee? It was like...
3 months ago, maybe?
It feels like a little longer than that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe, yeah.
That little 3-hour coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
Starbucks by the REI.
Yeah, the coffee was really cold by then. But yeah, probably Adrian, and then both, and Michael and I have corresponded for quite a while, right? So for most of this year, actually, back and forth until he came out from LA, and then we got together and then kind of cemented some things together, and that worked great, right?
That's a true story.
It was true.
Thank you very much.
The man
for
speaks
the
the
affirmative.
truth.
Good. Thank
Affirmative.
you. Thank you.
Go on,
and then Sydney and Caitlin, again, just hearing them and really enjoying their sound and particularly all of these guys, their songwriting skills, their lyrical skills.
Some talent on that couch.
Definitely.
There is.
Some serious talent.
Yeah.
So, Adrian, let's start with you here. Give a little background about yourself as a musician. I know, I think us in the room know you pretty well by now, but for the listeners that may not have heard you, what are they getting into tonight? What's a typical Adrian O performance?
Well, gosh, that's like a number of questions altogether.
I'm really trying to bombard you here.
So I could go anywhere I want. Well, so we're a trio, but we're not a rock trio like, you don't hear just guitar, bass, drums. We actually use tracks, so we don't try to hide the fact because we are a little bit electronic. I play bass and sing. Haven't been playing bass for that long in the whole scheme of things, and that kind of it reflects my whole journey. I haven't been a musician as long as probably almost anyone else in this room. I don't know about you girls, but I became a musician in about 2006, 2007. So this is all kinda still like new. It's my third career. The show is going to be a little. It's like we like to play a little bit dark, a little bit light. I mean, I'm like this kind of like I'm a happy person, but I always see the dark side too. So that all comes out in the songs. Okay.
And what kind of a role does water skiing play in your songwriting? Because I see you on Facebook, and it's like, I get all these. I feel like my knowledge of the Colorado water skiing scene has increased by 5-fold since I became your friend.
Oh yeah, from zero
to what it is now.
The role that water skiing plays here's what it plays. Last show we had here at Herman's, the big crowd in the middle, those were my water ski friends.
Okay, nice. Are they crazier than most of your fans?
No, they are like the real world, like like the world I used to be in with IT, where I was surrounded by software developers and managers and corporate people, and now I'm surrounded by crazy musicians, and I'm becoming one of them. Yeah.
Welcome
Definitely.
to the club.
Oh, seriously, like my mood swings, unlike what they used to be. And so the people I ski with they're the computer software developers, and they're like the consultants and the pilots and the stuff like that. So it's kind of a weird circle back into a crowd that I used to hang with.
That's crazy. So it's kind of everybody's escape in a way. Which
Yeah.
I guess skiing is for a lot of people, whether it's snow or ski. Tell us what else has happened for you in the world, and where can we find your music?
There is so much going on right now. So last weekend we shot a music video for Back to the Shadows, which is on the EP we released last month.
Okay.
So we did that with Snowman Films, and it was an awesome experience. It was like a addictive experience. Like I wanted to just keep shooting, and like I want to do the next music video already. So we've got that coming out probably at the Gothic Theater, which is a show we just booked 2 days ago, at the end of August.
Cool.
So that's exciting. That'll be one of our biggest shows yet. We're playing with SF1. He's headlining that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and Methods and the other
Yeah,
block.
Methods are on that show. That's
Yeah.
going to be a great night.
And what else? I am about to launch a vocal training product. So this is like my other side of my music career is I'm a voice coach, and I'm about to launch a video-based online product. So that'll be out next month also. I'm also starting a video blog series, actually 2 of them, a vocal tip each week, and a kind of what I think about, who knows what the hell, about whatever I think of that week.
Okay. Could be totally
God.
random.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, my view kind of crossing from the ski world to the corporate world to the music world, and like the perspective that I have on life and music and things that happen based on where I've come from. And,
Cool.
Yeah. So I've got a lot that's planted that's going to be growing in the next couple of months.
Okay. So let's switch it up to the culinary direction now. Where do you go? Where are you going to be eating after the show tonight?
Is that a trick question?
It's a catch you off guard question.
Definitely not anything that I have to cook. Where am I going to go eat?
Breakfast King?
Oh, God, I've never been there. Honestly, I'll probably end up getting some food here at the show.
Hey, that's what
To
we
be
like
totally
to hear.
honest. No, I thought that it was almost a trick question, because here's another thing that I just posted on Facebook, is I was a guest on a podcast that originates in Australia, and it's a food show. It's like a food and cooking kind of show, it's hilarious that I was on it, because I don't cook and I don't eat with any sort of plan, really. In fact, one of my earlier video blogs was about my tequila and ice cream diet secrets. I don't know if you've seen that
Tequila
one.
and ice cream.
Yeah.
Nice.
My
like
secrets
that
to how
diet.
I keep this amazing body with tequila and ice cream. But I was on this guy's podcast, and so I thought you were like picking up on that. I was going to need to go get my
should
ice
just
cream for
claim
dinner.
it. Yeah, totally. I just got done watching it upstairs, actually.
Yeah. You're so on top of it.
I know. I try to be. That's my job. So we're gonna move over to Michael here.
It's in the
Michael's
worm.
group is Hornbuckle.
Worm?
The worm.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
Very
his
nutritious.
last name is Hornbuckle. And Michael has been on quite a crazy journey. You can read it in the current issue of Music Buzz. Michael, tell us a little bit about where your head's at and what's coming up for you right now.
Oh, geez, where's my head at? I thought you were going to ask me the same question you asked her, and I was all prepared for that question.
You can tell us about where you're going out to eat later, too.
Like, I'm just thinking about tequila, ice cream, and
Distracted you.
vocal lessons. I could use some vocal lessons. You know, I haven't met Adrian or Caitlin or Sydney yet. This is the first time I met them, but...
And now we've got you sandwiched in between them all.
But YouTube, yeah. But YouTube, I've seen everybody on YouTube. Like super, super talented people. And one of the videos that I pulled up of you were actually talking to some people about like stage confidence or something. Does that
Oh,
ring
that's
a
an
bell?
old one, yeah.
Whatever, there's a bunch of them on there. But I thought about the stuff that you said on that, you know, for my weekend gigs. I forgot it all by now, but it was pretty
Well, that's
awesome.
super cool, though. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. And you've been doing...
What was the question again?
You've been doing some touring lately. Let's hear a little bit about life on the road and how you keep yourself occupied.
It sucks. I'm not going to get into it right now.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. It's we just went to Nebraska. I'm staying in Colorado this summer, and we have a slew of jobs coming up through September 4th. One of which is the Bluebird Theater on September 4th with Something Underground and Rockton Grove, the fellas that are here tonight.
Cool.
Something Underground, they're cool guys.
Yeah, they seem
Definitely
like
love those guys.
I'm sure we crossed paths somewhere. I don't think I've seen them yet, but this has been a good trip back here this summer. You know, I got to meet a lot of people that I haven't met before, and a lot of people I've heard about and wanted to see and wanted to meet. So, you know, I'm really excited about being involved with Kevin and Music Munch and being sandwiched in front of brown-haired girls because that's why I prefer it.
Nice. So you play in a band with your brother,
Yeah.
and then we got two sisters here. Let's get you guys can kind of all chip in on this about how you guys keep a family relationship going and try to keep that separate from playing music together.
All right, so we're sisters, and so we fight a lot.
Aww.
Because we don't fight all the time. It's like 90% of the time we're probably happy. And then we were in Taekwondo when we were little, so when we get really mad, we like put on pads and beat each other up.
Nice.
But we have the pads.
You gotta vent a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, but we make sure we put the pads on so we don't get hurt, so we can make it to our shows.
There you go.
The pads, that's the trick. I see what you're doing there, pads.
See, we think ahead here.
Yeah.
So our parents, most of the time, have to remind us. Usually we're like really getting wired up, and they're like, put the pads on. We're like, okay. But
Okay. Right on.
We love each other.
Do you wear helmets?
I am most of the time.
Because that's where I like to hit my brothers in the head.
It's a very
We'd have to
satisfying.
use, I mean, we'll use the pads, but we're going to have to use helmets. My brother's at home right now with broken ribs and stuff like that.
But not from you.
What?
Not for me, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
I wish it was for me,
How'd
though.
that
It was one of those weekends where it's just like, I wish that I hit him and he didn't have pads. I'm sorry. But, you know, go on. You probably have more wisdom about that stuff.
So yeah, we do that, and we love snowboarding. That's another way we like to, get some of the extra energy out.
Okay.
So
Cool.
that usually helps us get along.
My mom, she helps us get along. She helps us not kill each other.
Yeah, she's
That's
a very.
important.
You guys seem way too happy to be that angry sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Maybe
I
we'll see
feel
on
like
stage,
we're
huh?
getting the show face here.
I know.
I'm sure once they get home, it's like, oh, boom, boom.
The dad's over here. He's on the.
He's
say
not
hi,
in the
Tim.
house.
He could probably tell you how it is sometimes. We're not that violent all the time. Sometimes, okay?
But it's only the Ozzy Osbourne material that you write.
Oh,
It really comes
yeah,
out, you know.
definitely.
And,
So-
and eating the head off bats when you're on stage, too. That's sort
That
of...
helps.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It really releases the energy when you're really mad.
We've been trying to get some bats down here to Herman's, but we haven't been able to pull it off. You wouldn't believe how expensive bats are. Anyway, so you girls, I'm just, how do you guys deal with being on stage for like 45 minutes or so at a time, and you got to be away from all the boys texting you all the time? Like, you guys must have like a load of texts by the time you get off stage.
Oh, those days always feel the best, you know? It is depressing as you hear your phone go off sometimes. You're like,
Yeah.
I wanna, and then there's sometimes you're like, no.
Like, nope. I'm
Nothing,
good.
huh?
Just let me stay on stage.
But, yeah.
Okay, right on. So where is your music on the World Wide Web?
You can find us at our website at twogirlswithguitars.com. We're also on iTunes and Spotify. No, yeah, we are on Spotify. And SoundCloud and stuff like that.
Instagram.
Okay, and
Pretty much any social media you can think of.
talk a little bit about the record that was just reviewed in Colorado Music Buzz and the process of making it. And it seemed to me like you went under some kind of a different name or something for it, or was I reading it wrong?
Yes, we are going through a name transition. We feel like we're kind of outgrowing Two Girls with Guitars, and we want to kind of grow into a new band. We're going to call it Facing West. But
Okay.
right now, we're still Two Girls with Guitars.
We're going to start transitioning it slowly, hopefully. So we're going to go like Two Girls Facing West.
And then we'll just be Facing West.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
We're going to
It's
get
gonna
there
take us a little bit of
eventually.
time.
Does that mean you always
Okay.
have to face west when you play?
Absolutely.
Ab-
That could be
Absolutely.
really embarrassing here because then you're going to be with your back to the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Our stage faces east.
So that
I'm
might
just
be a
saying.
problem, but what are we going to do?
Would,
Like,
when you play certain places like this, would you change it to facing east?
we might have to do that.
We
We'll just have to change
change-
our band name to Facing East.
Or
sometimes
have
like
the
Facing
audience
North.
stand on the stage and we'll stand.
That could work. The audience will be on the stage
Yeah,
and we'll
no
stand
problem.
out at the tables, and it'll
Yes.
work.
That's
You
just
have
a
to stand-
logistical
You have
speed
to
bump.
stand on top of the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our sound guy's gonna love that. Danny's gonna be stoked.
Well, the stage is going to be full tonight, too. One of the guys that's not here is Wilson Harwood from Rockton Grove because he's stuck in traffic on I-36, Highway 36 coming down. But there's 7 of those guys.
Oh, jeez.
So the weight to body ratio on the stage is going to be challenged somewhat this evening. So
All right. So you guys have any special tricks in store tonight? Anything you guys want to share? Any secrets about the show or about yourselves?
We're gonna be changing instruments.
We're gonna do a lot of instrument changes.
We just got this thing called a uka bass, and so it's a ukulele bass, and
cool.
so I'm gonna be playing on stage.
Coolest little thing
tonight.
ever. I am in love with this little instrument.
So cute.
So, yeah.
I have nothing so cool to say. I'm just gonna pick up my instrument and play it and put it down.
You guys have a
sometimes.
uka bass?
Yes.
Uka bass.
Is that
That's
one of those
pretty cool.
Kalus or?
I can't remember what it was called.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
I've seen those.
Yeah.
Now, Adrian, don't you have a little small saxophone you're going to play tonight? No, I'm just
Saxophone.
kidding. You're going to play
I
drum
played
tonight?
Flute. No, we're not going to do that.
You're not
actually.
gonna do that.
We you know, I figured it was time to give that big intro a break for a show or two.
I just
Not doing
remember
the same
seeing
thing.
that at the People's Fair.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was an interesting experience.
Well, I feel like the weather that weekend kind of threw everything for a loop too.
Yeah,
but-
not too many people there, and then we got on late, and then right as we were going on, Justin got sick. I think it was like food poisoning or something, and so we were very late starting. And, it happens, but
Yeah, it
that
happens.
drum intro is like my favorite thing ever. But
I know, it's fun.
Yeah.
A lot of energy comes from
But we're bringing in a different song, a new song that we haven't
Oh,
played
good.
yet. So we do
Yeah.
have some new material tonight, and we're working on some really cool stuff, but it's not ready to play yet,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, I know Michael's going to set his guitar on fire, kind of like he
Oh,
wants
yeah?
to do a throwback show to Jimi Hendrix and light it on fire and play the Star Spangled Banner behind his back, things like that.
That sounds like
Nice.
the coolest
That
thing
Sounds
ever.
awesome.
Wasn't that
yeah.
what you told me on the way down you were going to do tonight? Oh, maybe not.
I'll have to make
Yeah,
sure I don't
it
go to the
is.
bathroom during your set. I don't want to miss that.
Do you ever seen any old clips of James Brown and they put the cape on him when it looks like he's out of breath and he busts out of it and starts dancing around?
Yeah, totally.
his
Can we,
band-
maybe we can cue something like that up here later on.
Yeah.
Little
And his
James
band's
Brown.
got the synchronated horn moves and everybody's on fire.
All right.
That's not going to happen
That's
either
not
on my
gonna
show.
happen tonight?
nuh-uh.
We can't
It's all
use
right.
fire?
Well,
No fire?
I didn't say you couldn't use fire.
Sweet.
All right. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna take a short break, play a couple songs, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about your future with Music Munch and what you guys are hoping to do. So this has been and still is, I suppose, the Music Munch showcase here on Music Buzz Live Radio. Come on down to Herman's tonight. $5 in the door. You can see some great music. You can shake Kevin's hand. You can shake my hand. You can give Chris a slap on the butt. And
that's worth it.
Have
That's
a
worth
good
the
night.
$5.
This is World Viral TV. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hooray!
And get some more water.
All right.
You know,